am Maria Garcia de Fleury. In this time of Lent, when we once again remember and relive the suffering and death of Jesus Christ, it is worth remembering that as human beings, everyone experiences pain, illness, loss, sorrows. Suffering is universal. One of the most significant and rewarding parts of Catholic doctrine is the incredible value of suffering, and this is not well developed or understood in other Christian denominations. Jesus suffered and died to save us, and although the redeemed will on one day wipe away every tear from their eyes, our path of salvation to the final and eternal reward in this life is to follow in His footsteps. And Jesus promised that if we are truly His disciples, we will suffer like Him. Unfortunately, many Christians believe that Jesus suffered and died for us so that we wouldn't have to suffer for all. Offer it is commonly said among Catholics when people have problems in their lives. This suffering is never meaningless. It is meant for the sanctification of souls, to prepare us for heaven, no matter what form it may take. It can be an illness, a loss of a loved one, relationship problems, financial difficulties, emotional turmoil, family conflicts, religious persecution, natural disasters, and even government oppression. For this reason, among Christians, in the face of suffering, it is said, offer it to God. When Jesus came to earth, all our human suffering forever stopped. Therefore, suffering always teaches us about God, about ourselves, and about our relationship with Him. If we offer it, we surrender all pain to the redemptive power of the cross of Christ. And those who have done well, that are the saints, tell us that their suffering was always worth it. Whether we want it or not, we must suffer. There are some who suffer like the good thief and others like the bad thief. Both suffered equally, but one knew how to make his suffering meritorious, and he accepted them with a spirit of reparation, and turning to Jesus Christ, he received these beautiful words from his mouth, "Today you will be with me in paradise." The other, on the contrary, screamed, uttered imprecations, blasphemies, and expired in the most frightful despair. There are two ways to suffer with love and to suffer without love. The saints suffered everything with joy, patience, and perseverance because they loved God. If we suffer with anger and weariness, it is because we don't have the love of God. If we love God, we must love the crosses. We must be able to suffer for the love of the one who lovingly suffered for us. What are we complaining about it? Poor me. The poor me are the infidels who don't have the joy of knowing and His infinite beauty, and have the same crosses that we have, but they do not have the same consolations. We must only love while we suffer, and suffer while we love. In this Lent, give yourselves the opportunity to offer your sufferings and difficulties to God, to join Christ, because, friends, with God we always win.